Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. So this week's topic, how to avoid burnout or overcome it as a high-achieving entrepreneur. So, if you know me, you know my story. Last year, I burned out after my first 10K launch, basically. On the outside, I looked fine, but on the inside, it has gotten so bad. Like, my anxiety was through the roof. I was just all over the place. It wasn't a good time, but I have learned so much. And today, in this episode, I am going to share with you those lessons in the hopes that you can maybe not go into that route because it's not fun. So yeah, I think speaking about this and spreading the awareness and talking about mental health as entrepreneurs is so important because it's not talked about enough. And I feel like it's a huge topic. Let's start with this simple question. Are you addicted to the struggle? Are you still stuck in a 9-to-5 mindset? Are you still frantic, right? Checking off the to-do lists, zero time to breathe, so much pressure to perform, to have results, to get clients. Have you ever Googled, how do I know if I'm depressed? I was there, trust me. I know, I was that person. And if that was you, or if you're going through this right now, there's no shame at all. No shame at all. Because my story, how I grew up, everything that happened in my experiences, they've all led me to be addicted to the struggle, basically. My parents got divorced when I was 15. I was working 2 jobs, going to school full time. Like, I've known, like, anything I've ever known is the struggle. And I've always been the type A, the go-getter. Like, I'm a manifesting generator. Like, we are known to go fast in the human design world. Like, it's always go, 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 do, do, do. So I know some of you can relate to this, so I'm glad that you're here. But deciding to become an entrepreneur, that will change your perspective on everything you've ever known. Because you're going to realize 2 things. The first thing is you have the power to decide how you run things and to let go of that struggle. And I know it's easier said than done, but we have that power to decide. And B, doing more don't equal getting more results. Working longer hours don't mean we'll get more clients. Being stuck to our computers and posting every single second of every day won't get us the client. right? Because that's not the energy. Because in many cases, that type of energy, it repels client away, right? Because who wants to be glued to their computers 20 hours a day? Trust me, I know. I've been there. On the outside, it looks fine. You look fine. But people can feel that energy. And they can feel when you're just dying on the inside. They can feel it. They can feel it. Trust me when I say this. I've learned that you can get to your goals the hard way or the easy way. Like either way, you'll get there as long as you don't give up. The only way to fail in anything is when you give up. So if you know you're in this for a lifetime, why are you so stressed out about it? Because that's the thing. That's why I burned out. It's because I was so under pressure. Like the pressure was real. I had to pay bills. I had to pay a mortgage. Like it was real. Like I know how it feels to like see all the bills piled up and you're just like, how am I gonna make this work this month? Where am I gonna like look for the money this month? Like I know that struggle. But that's the thing. Being under that pressure is what's not helping you right now. That's the pressure. Like it's not a good place to be because you're not coming at it from that place of passion and impact. Yes, I was under pressure. I still showed up. I still did the things and it worked, right? Yes, it can still work, but most likely you'll burn out in the end, which that happened to me because it was just too much. It was just too much. So when you hit such a low point and you just want to quit everything and you can't seem to see the light at the end of the tunnel and you're just so drained, like you don't even want to think anymore. You don't want to even like do anything anymore. That's where I was at. I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this even worth it right now? Like, I've never worked so hard in my life because that's all I've ever known. The hard work. I still had that little voice though. I still had that little voice that says, you can't give up now. You've come too far. And even my husband was like, what the hell do you mean you're gonna give up? You're not giving up. Thank God I had him to tell me that as well. Like, surround yourself with people who believe in you, honestly, who pushes you to keep going, right? But honestly, leaders are born in those moments. In those moments of adversity is where leaders are born. And I truly believe that. Because I've become the person I am today because of that experience. And now I'm helping others navigate it so it doesn't happen as bad to them. Because I don't want that to happen to anyone, right? Obviously, we cannot avoid things. Sometimes it just happens. But I always try my best to always remind my clients and the people I work with that this is a journey. We're in this for life. We're in this to experience growth over a lifetime. So why are we stressing so much to get so much results, quick results, right? It's not worth it. The stress is not worth it. I would rather you enjoy your journey. Be proud of the small steps. Lean into trust, into intuition. Take breaks, take deep breaths. That's what I want you to do. Because the stressing, the overwhelm, the anxiety, right? We're causing that to our own selves because we're putting so much pressure to perform. Here's how to avoid burnout. Like I was starting to talk about it or overcome it. Be intentional. I like to be intentional with my time. 1 minute of focus is more powerful than 1 hour of being busy and not getting anything done. Be picky. I want you to start being picky with who you work with. It's a privilege to be in your world. It's a privilege to be in your energy. And you're not meant to work with everyone. And that's okay. So learn to accept that and learn to start, being okay with the fact that you're not meant to work with everyone. And when you're going to set that boundaries, you're going to start attracting those soulmates clients that much faster. I'm telling you. So start being okay. Start being okay with that. And start saying no to things that are not aligned with you. Start putting those boundaries, right? Look at your calendar right now. What's in your calendar right now that's not aligned with you, with your goals, with your vision? It's okay to say no. It's okay to reschedule. The added pressure is not worth it. Remember it. I want you to know you deserve rest. You are worthy of rest. Not after you check off a thing on your to-do list. Oh, then I'm going to rest. No. You decide when you're ready to rest. It's so important to rest between calls. I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes where I don't even see time flying by and I'm at my 4th call and I'm like, fuck, I didn't even take a break. I didn't even eat. I'm still guilty sometimes and I'm getting better at it. But honestly, you have the power to create your own schedule. So make sure you have enough buffer in between those calls, in between those commitments. I have decided that Fridays is a no-call day. So I have calls from Monday to Thursdays, and Friday I have off. I don't have any calls booked. Yes, I go in Voxer and I answer my clients, but I don't come on calls, come on lives. Fridays are off. And since I did this, wow, it's been life-changing. June was my highest cash month this year. And I truly believe it was because I started implementing this and taking Fridays off with no calls. And it's been life-changing. Life-changing. So start thinking about how you can create a schedule that allows you time to breathe, to rest, to rejuvenate your creativity. That's really important. The other thing is listen to your intuition. This is really huge. Let your inner wisdom, your inner compass guide you towards your next step instead of worrying about what that looks like. And I know this is easier said than done because I'm so analytical. I'm always in my head. But when you get out of that head and you just tap into your heart, what does it say? Usually, it's a mix between excitement and fear. That's when you know, this is my next step. When it feels exciting and scary at the same time, but you just feel that that's exactly where you need to be, then listen to that and go for it. Okay, this is where growth happens. And this also leads to doing things that feel good to you and feel right to you. There's no more place for people pleasing here. There's no more place for playing small, right? We're not meant to run businesses the same way. And I would rather you be you and follow your desires, because when we follow someone else's agenda, then we get lost. And that's when it also leads to burnout when we do that. So make sure you're aware and be aware that the decisions you're making it because you desire to make them, because it feels good to you, because it's aligned with you. We can get the guidance and the support, but always ask yourself, is this for me? Should I do this way or that way? And then decide what you want. The other thing I want to talk about is the coaching industry. Most of the time, it focuses on quick results because it looks good for the coach, but oftentimes it's not sustainable. Because that first 10K launch that I had, I got help from a coach, obviously, and it was a lot of strategies and techniques that was good for the moment, that was good for a quick result. But as soon as that contract ended with that coach, I was like, okay, what happens now? Right? What happens now? Like I knew this wasn't sustainable. The next time you hire a coach, make sure that coach can help you focus on long-term repeatable systems that are sustainable and in alignment with you, if that makes sense, right? Because yes, the shiny things is fun, the quick results is fun, but long-term sustainable growth and results, it's even more fun without the burnout. This is what I work with my client. Like, we look at, what types of systems they want to have in place long-term to generate consistent clients. And it needs to be something that is sparking something they enjoy doing, right? Because some people love the DMs, some people love sales calls, some people love, Facebook groups, some people love stories. Like, it really depends what you desire to do, what you're attracted to do, and then finding a system to put in place that you can repeat time and time and time and time and time again. And while being open to the possibilities of this can happen in so many different ways, but still having that one line of thought that we keep every single week, every single month. Because having that predictability is huge. I think that's something that added a huge stress to me, was not knowing, right? Because we never fully know 100%, obviously, but the not knowing was adding that stress. And when I finally figured that out with my recent coach, we set up that system. I was like, wow, that small tweak changed everything for me. So it's really for you to look at, who am I going to hire to get the best support, the best guidance, and can that person help me create a repeatable system that's not going to add stress to me in knowing where's my next ideal client's going to come from. If that's you and you're like, I'm ready for a predictable, repeatable, sustainable system, send me a message or drop #audit. I'm offering 30 minutes audit calls where there's no pressure. We go on the call, we chat, we see where you're at, and I help you fix the leaks, see how we can make it better. And yeah, it's a fun call. We get to know one another. I enjoy those calls so much. The deeper I go into this journey, the more I realize, yes, strategies are fun, but it's all about energy, energetics, mindset. Oof, it's like 80%, I would say. It's all in here. What you believe in here will affect everything else. So how can you work on that mindset, on those beliefs every single day to remind yourself that you're worthy just the way you are? You don't need to do more. That business gets to be fun. You get to receive even more, right? You get to receive more while just being you, right? And not doing more and pushing harder. It gets to be fun and easy because of who you are. Because you're already worthy. Because you've learned so much in your life, in your experiences, in your background. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You already are worthy. And then it's just a matter of tapping into it, into the feelings even deeper every single day. I'm telling you, this works. I'm telling you. But we have to put in that effort to grow that belief. I truly hope from the bottom of my heart that this helped. I hope you got some golden nuggets out of this. I hope you will take more breaks, be more gentle, give yourself more credit, talk to yourself in a gentle way. Yeah, and create a schedule that is aligned with you and remove the pressure. That's a big thing. Removing the pressure. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. I believe in you all. You got this.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.